time to venture into the Filmverse, a movie fan podcast where we dive into the vast expanses of cinema and report our findings. I'm Mytchel Chandler.
And I'm Bryce Payne.
And today on the 19th episode of Into the Filmverse, we'll be discussing Kevin Smith's Clerks. Wow, that took me a minute. I'll get to that in a minute, but Amazon Prime's One Night in Miami, Tom Hanks' new film, News of the World, the new theatrical thriller Promising Young Woman, and various content we watched throughout the week. If you want to see our reviews for the films we talk about today or get our thoughts on other movies, be sure to join us on Letterboxd, the social network for film lovers. You can find me, Mytchel Chandler, at Mytch Reviews, and Mytch is spelled with a Y, so that's M-Y-T-C-H.
You can find me, sorry, I was fixing the camera. You can find me, Bryce, at Payne Reviews, P-A-Y-N-E Reviews.
Okay, and before we dive into our weekly movie watches, we're going to go off the top with some recent movie news. Okay, before I get in, the reason I messed up Kevin Smith's name is because I keep having Kevin Feige, Kevin Spacey, and Kevin Smith in my name all at once, and I've been struggling with that. Like
Kevin.
There's so many Kevins. Which one is it? But anyways, we're gonna dive into some of the weekly movie news that's coming out this week. Wow, yes, that's what we do.
There's actually news this week.
There's actually quite a bit of news, which is good, and some of it, not all of it bad either. But before we do that, Disney Plus has WandaVision that just dropped. They dropped episode 1 and 2, so we're going to give ourselves 5 minutes of spoilers to talk about that. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers for WandaVision episode 1 and 2, skip 5 minutes starting now.
I know you like these a lot more than I did.
Okay, well, I got to start out that I was drunk when I was watching them, so I drank. So I started drinking before I watched them. But, so I was just like...
That explains a lot, because I was, watching them, and I was like...
Did you watch them by yourself, or did you watch them with Jada?
Jada doesn't care about WandaVision.
Okay, so that's another thing, is I watched it with my dad. So I also think watching it with somebody else, is fun. It's funny. Well, when you're having a shared experience, it kind of gets better a little bit.
Oh, no, I was like...
Because, things I didn't laugh at, he laughed at, and I was, just laughed a little bit more at certain parts, because he laughed at it.
Yeah, see, I'm not a humor person. We know this.
Right.
Without these movies, watch the day I was. But anyway, WandaVision is a very... Not what I expected.
I want to say it is what I expected, and the reason I say that is because they just marketed it as it's going to be very much a TV series with a hint of Marvel, and that's kind of what I expected.
I mean, I will say, going through it, the first episode, I was like, this is it? A whole episode about Vision having a dinner thing with his boss. I was like, that's kind of fucking weird. But
I think it helped that I was drunk, and I was super drunk. I was just a little tipsy. But I think the reason that I didn't mind it is because, honestly, it's just something.
You're like, Marvel gave us something.
It's something. So I'm like, it's not even that great. And honestly, Wanda and Vision aren't my favorite characters.
Yeah, that's the same thing on me. I was like, I haven't seen them in anything in the movies that I've been like, yeah, those are the two best characters. I'm like, all right, cool. I will say, let's go through some of this shit.
Sure.
Sword is the one keeping her in that fucking reality, which I think is interesting.
But then we also saw the Hydra logo, which
that was weird. On the watch though.
Yeah.
But when they pan out at the end of the episodes, it shows the TV screens.
There's also some other points.
There's the Sword logo.
There's also some other points where in there too. I seen it.
So I was like, all right. Sword's the one doing it. What is Nick Fury up to? All right. And then I was like, that's what's keeping me more. I want to know what's happening, but I'm not really engaged in the episodes.
Right. I like the way they use color. But my thing about the sword thing, I don't think that they're keeping her there. I think she put herself there, in a state.
Oh, they're just watching her.
Yeah, exactly. They're keeping her in some sort of containment.
She was able to bring back the reverse time in her thing.
Yeah,
I will say it's so weird seeing this a sitcom thing because
the second episode is better than first.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, the second episode red helicopter, I was like, oh shit, okay, color. Yeah, I was like Iron Man, but I was also like Vision has the same color, so I get it. All right, whatever.
Right.
And then when the blonde bitch. She cut her hand in the red blood. I was like, that's really fucking dope. Yep. I like that. And the radio being like, Wanda, who's doing this to you? I was like, oh shit.
That was creepy.
Hawkeye? But I don't know if that was Hawkeye or it sounded like Steve Rogers and Hawkeye, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but we're just gonna see.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see who it was. But I got a kick out of the magic scene.
I will say, I rewound that 5 minutes because I thought I missed something with him getting drunk, and then it hit me as the bubble gum, and I was like, oh, and I was like, because he showed up, and I was like, the fuck?
It's so silly, but it really doesn't make sense really because he should just be able to pass it through him because he's Vision, so he just has things.
He just phased and didn't fall out.
Yeah, exactly. But then I don't know. I thought that was funny with just them doing the little gag and thing.
Yeah, but I thought he was drunk, and so I had to rewind.
It looked like it though.
What the fuck did I miss?
Exactly.
Did he get drunk at the fucking meeting? And then it was like, oh no, it's the chewing gum. I did like Monica Rambeau made her debut in WandaVision, who surprised me because I didn't realize it was Monica Rambeau until after the episodes and the people were like talking about it, and I was like, oh, okay. And then it's like, well, how'd she get there?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Who do you think the B-Man was? The Beehive dude. I fucking don't know.
Hydra.
I was thinking there. Okay, so I looked up a little bit. There's a comics. There's this villain called Mephisto.
Oh yeah, he was supposed to be a big thing. I know. No, isn't. I think Mephisto is going to be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So that makes sense.
Oh, ooh. What if that's the big villain of this one? But then it also translates into. Well, they said it's all connected.
Yeah, they said this one connects directly into Doctor Strange.
And Spider-Man, so Mephisto's in Spider-Man too. Oh, interesting. I'm really. I'm think because there's 9 episodes to the show. There's 7 more. Yeah, so we're on episode 3, which is next.
And also, this budget the show had is over $650 million.
It's insane, dude.
Like, it has more than movies.
Oh yeah, you're right. It does have a lot more than movies actually.
I think it's insane. Like each episode is like $200 million or something like that. And I'm like, why?
Because Disney has all the monies.
They're like, yeah, we just put Soul out. Our subscribers fucking boom.
Yeah, but I'm just interested to see. I'm surprised they don't even need that much money.
No, I think they're definitely gonna do more.
Sweet. Well, thank you guys as we talked.
Shut the fuck up.
WandaVision episode 1 and 2 spoilers.
There was no stop button. It just disappeared. It just kept going. I was like, why?
Beep, 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 beep. Hey, at least you know we're done. So, WandaVision episode 1 and 2 is out and ready for you to stream for watch. So be sure to watch that and come back and check this out again if you weren't able to.
Yeah, because episode 3 comes out today.
It does. And we'll be talking about that next week. So we just got done watching the Cherry trailer.
All right, full disclosure, I knew a trailer came out, but I didn't watch it. And then I saw the show notes, and I was like, yeah, man, I haven't seen that yet. And you were like, well, fuck, all right, I guess we'll watch it.
And my only reservation about this is it comes out on Apple TV Plus, Apple Plus, something like that.
I'm going to use my free subscription.
Yeah, but see, my thing is like they're probably going to stop free subscriptions like HBO Max did.
Don't do that to me, because I just want to watch Wolf Walker.
But yeah, I want to watch it too. I do want to watch this. It looks interesting.
My biggest gripe. All right. Mm-hmm. I said we were watching the trailer.
Right.
Tom Holland does not look like a 23-year-old man.
Not at all.
And neither does what's her name?
The chick from Wayne.
Yeah, she was also in Big Time Rush. I don't.
That's where I know her from. Oh my god. I'm the biggest Big Time Rush fan. I just you guys just saw my nerdity there.
But yeah. So she's okay, but she still looks like she's 15. So I don't like that.
They both look too young they both look too young for the material that they're going into.
Yeah, he's coming home from the war or whatever, military experience or shit, and everyone around him looks like 2 decades older than him, and I was like,
my issue
I don't
is
like this.
And that's another thing that I had with Uncharted. He even looks really kind of young for Uncharted, but this one it just deals with. I mean, Uncharted is an action movie, so
PTSD,
but this one's
war and drugs and robbing banks.
Yeah, and it looked like there was a good movie in there, but the trailer didn't really display that.
No, and then
it was kind of haphazard.
I see Tom Holland and I'm like,
Spider-Man. Yeah, me too.
And then it's like, yeah, man, I got this noise in my head, and I'm like,
I'm not saying
you're a good actor, but
I'm not
look the part.
Right, exactly. I'm not saying you can't separate yourself from a role and do other things. There's plenty of actors that can. And do it successfully.
Devil all the time, he was really good in that.
Yeah,
because he was playing a 16-year-old kid, and he looks like he's a 16-year-old guy.
Exactly.
He's my age, but I'm every time I look at him, I'm like, no, man, you're 16.
And that's my thing is he's, I don't know. I think even some of his movements and the way he was talking, I just saw Spider-Man. I didn't see.
You're like, what the fuck are you doing, Peter?
I honestly, that's what happened. I was like,
why are you robbing banks, Peter? You're supposed to be stopping the bad guys.
It's just because he kind of looks the same. He doesn't look too much different.
They didn't they shaved his head.
Yeah, I mean, right, a little bit, yeah.
But, this movie filmed over last year, so.
I mean, I'm interested to see it, and just because I want to see his dynamic range, and if I can get over that fact. What is that movie he was in with Chris Pratt? It was with Magic, and it was
Onward.
Yeah, Onward. Even in that, and then also Spies in Disguise, which he's one of the main characters that voices that. It's weird because I just hear him. I don't hear the character. It's hard for me to get behind.
It's literally just that's Spider-Man.
Yeah, I do exactly, and it's
It's like
hard for me to get behind.
Who? It's like if Samuel L. Jackson has been in everything, but now he's been like Nick Fury all the time. I'm just like, that's Nick Fury.
Shaft. No, he's Nick Fury Shaft.
He's everything.
Exactly. But
Robert Pattinson is Edward. He's trying really hard to shed that, but it hasn't hit yet.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's one of those things is when you cement yourself as a certain character, it's especially when you're still that character right now. It's hard to.
You'll film in Atlanta. What are you doing?
It's hard to like get past that initial like thing. Like,
but he's such a good actor that I'm like, I'm trying so hard.
Me too. Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, man, but like,
it's hard. Yeah.
Yo, Peter.
Exactly. Speaking of Peter and Tom Holland and Spider-Man, the Spider-Man 3 first images have surfaced.
I haven't seen them.
They're not like too cool. It's not like actual images. It's just like set photos. But what they have shown is that
New York and Christmas.
Yep, it's set in
Christmas.
Christmas.
I read that. I haven't seen it, but I read it.
You read it exactly.
Which a lot of people are actually really excited about because they're like, this is what New York is most known for is the holiday times with all their snow and the Christmas. And the one thing I got out of it though is I was like, man, Miles Morales game just.
I know. I was just about to say that. Yeah, Miles Morales. I was like, but it's weird though. You start thinking about that though, and how each of these films and properties line up so succinctly. Like you have like this Miles Morales was in Christmas. Now they're doing Spider-Man 3 in Christmas. But then even like let's go back to 2017. You had Captain America: Civil War, and then you had Batman vs Superman. And I think that was that was the same year that they had the Transformers movie where Optimus Prime turned evil.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Well, I know it was one. I know you don't, but my point is though, like there was that year, and then like one of the next years, I don't know. They had like the same type of like Spider-Verse, like they said, they're doing Spider-Verse, but now they're doing like kind of like
live action Spider-Verse.
Exactly.
They don't want to confirm it's live action Spider-Verse, but we fucking know it's live action Spider-Verse.
Exactly. But yeah, instead of Christmas, and then there's like some cool there's posters saying like we cited Spider-Man, and then one side was like we believe Mysterio. So it was like there was like a difference there.
They're gonna solve that in the first 20 minutes of the movie, bet.
Probably.
They're gonna be like Tobey Maguire, and everyone's gonna be like, well, what about the fucking thing?
Fucking Tobey Maguire. We got the other Spider-Man. Do you care about that? Actually, no.
Like, but I wanted to know. And Marvel's like, we didn't want to do that in the first place, which is actually true. Yeah, and Marvel was like, yeah, we didn't want them to do that, but Sony did it anyway. So.
Wow.
It's like they didn't want to make the Morbius movie either, but they were still like, no, they just did it anyway. They don't listen to us. We have no power.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's their universe. So they can make whatever they want.
Don't make Morbius yet. It's too soon. We do what we fucking want.
Mine.
Like, all right, fine. Fuck
well,
it. I guess I'll make it work.
Right. Well, we don't know if it's in the universe yet, but that's a whole different thing we can get into. Godzilla versus Kong. Anybody actually excited for that? I don't know. The Godzilla versus Kong. It was supposed to come out.
Like, nah.
Yeah, right. It was supposed to come out in June, but it got moved up to March. So cool, I guess. Yeah.
Yay! 2 months for giant monsters beating the shit out of each other.
Yay! See, and this is one of the ones that's coming out on HBO Max and in theaters at the same time.
Oh, thank God. I'm not going to the theaters to watch this movie.
It gives me so much conflict because I don't know what I want to do. Hate these. I hate these ones where they give you the option. I hate the way they give you an option because like I'm like, I already paid for HBO Max but I really should see it on the big screen, but I'm right here at home.
That's me. I'm like, I don't care about King Kong versus Godzilla, but I'll watch it at home. Or it's like, what's that movie?
I think this should be something.
What the fuck is it called?
Mimsy?
No, it's the one that comes out on the 30th with Denzel Washington.
Last Wish? No, I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, the last thing. The thing with the last in it. Yeah, that movie's going on HBO Max.
Last Hope?
No. I don't care about it enough.
I don't know,
we're going to watch it on HBO Max, though, because I ain't going to the theaters to watch
I'm not going to go to the theater to watch that. But see, my thing with Godzilla vs. Monsters, it seems like a movie you would want to watch on the big screen. I probably will end up watching.
I don't want to watch them at home. Like,
I don't want to watch. Hey, okay. Well, good news though. I mean, usually we hear about stuff pushing. This one came up for 3 months, so yay!
Here's what I'm gonna have a Godzilla marathon. I'm gonna watch every single Godzilla film, all 30 of them.
That sounds like I would. No thanks. I don't even know what to say to that. But what I can say is that in the next Thor: Love and Thunder movie, we have some new castings. Nebula, Karen Gillian. I said Kate Gillian. I was like, that's not right. Karen Gillian is set to return as Nebula, which I guess it's not really surprising because we knew the Guardians were going to be there. So, I mean, I think didn't Nebula go with them in Endgame?
Yay, Karen Gillian.
Yeah, honestly, I do not like the Nebula character. Don't have any hate against Karen Gillian. I just do not like Nebula.
She's getting better.
I just don't like Nebula. I don't know why. I'll tell you if I start liking him, but now I just don't like that character. And then also they said Matt Damon is going to star in Thor: Love and Thunder.
He's already been in a Thor movie.
I know he was the Loki in.
So he's just going to play the same character.
We don't know yet.
So funny though.
We don't know yet, but
That'd be so
confirmed.
funny. He survived the Asgard purge.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
And then Thor is like, brother.
It'll be interesting to see if he plays that same character a different one, and if it's
that movie is packed full of stars.
That's in Christian Bale's the villain. They have
Matt Damon now.
Matt Damon,
the
Guardians, and
Chris Pratt, Natalie Portman.
I was about to say Natalie Portman.
I could not remember. I was like Padme. Who played Padme?
Oh my god, that's how you think of Natalie Portman? Wow. Okay.
What am I supposed to think? I'm supposed to V for Vendetta. Yeah, that's the movie that I remember.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Anybody? I guess that's my word today. Dumb. Anybody? They're doing a prequel, I guess, if you cared about that. Starring, it's called Wonka, and I guess it's a prequel
That's such
about
a fucking
Willy
dumb
Wonka.
name.
Yeah, Wonka. And it's
my god.
And they're eyeing Tom Holland and Timothy Chalamet for the titular role.
Please give it to Timothy Chalamet. I haven't seen him in such a long time.
As soon as they said they were doing this movie, my first thought was why. Nobody asked
dude.
for
I was
this.
like, who the fuck watches Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and goes, I wonder
prequel Wonka.
who Wonka was as a kid.
But they did.
Who the fuck cares?
But they already did that. Like I guess in this.
They showed flashbacks.
Yeah, flashbacks.
But my thing is this going to be a prequel to the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka or the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka?
Good question. I don't know.
If it's Timothy Chalamet and Tom Holland, I'm going to say it's probably Johnny Depp's.
I want to say that out of these two actors, I want Timothy Chalamet because he's the one that is going to be able to pull this off and make me interested in it. Tom Holland
going to look at me like, that's Peter Parker.
Stop. Like, you got Nathan Drake, you've got fucking Peter Parker. What more do you need? Like,
he's a Disney boy now. He needs everything.
Disney. Oh, yeah.
Mickey Mouse owns his ass. He can put him in anything they want.
Mickey Mouse owns his ass. That's true. Tom Holland, I'm sorry.
Even though it's owned by Sony, fucking Disney owns his ass.
Oh, that was their deal. Sony's like, I need Tom Holland for fucking Wonka. And they're like, all right.
Yeah, they're like, hey man, okay, we want Spider-Man to stay. All right, well, what are the terms? Like, we want money. It's like, can he star in other movies? It's like, well, we don't own the dude. It's like, well, kinda. I mean, he's fucking Spider-Man. Like,
he's Spider-Man. Well, yeah. I mean, that was all that we knew for this week, guys. Not a ton of stuff, but also actually nothing bad, I guess. Right? Yeah. I mean, it was pretty good news. Just good stuff. So with the most recent movie news dissected and spun into dutiful discussion, we move on to Bryce's movie night marathon.
Yeah, no one ever shows up for movie night anymore, so we just marathon like 4 movies.
Yeah, each week, each Monday, we usually watch an Oscar film alternating between the newer, quotation marks. Bryce and Company, that is true. Newer and older films of the Oscar rating Best Pictures. This week, Bryce held a sort of marathon with some of the older ones. What did you watch, and did any of them stand out?
We watched a few, like 4.
That is a few.
I'm running off of like 4 hours of sleep, so just give me a second to like collect my thoughts. Okay, so the first one we watched was The Apartment because it was really short, and like compared to Ben-Hur, it was like, yeah, we're gonna watch The Apartment. I actually kicked Skylar out halfway through this movie because I was like, I'm fucking tired. Go away.
Oh my god.
This is the point. Okay, so we watched The Apartment. It's about this guy. Cannot remember his fucking name right now.
It's about a guy. It's fine.
It's about this guy.
It's good. That's good enough.
So hard. Okay, it's about this guy who basically gives the key to his apartment to the upper ups of his company for them to bring females to.
Females, wow.
And essentially, that's how he's getting higher up in the business. Is he lets these 4 executives use his apartment to bring women that they're cheating on their wives with.
So basically, he's just doing the opposite of what women do. Women's basically.
It gets crazy though.
Okay.
He falls for this elevator girl. I will say she's pretty cute.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. She is... Oh, I'll get there. He gets offered a promotion in order by the company lead, like the executive. He's like, listen, man, I'm not stupid. I know what the fuck's going on here. I know why all these people are vouching for you to be promoted. Now, why don't you let me in that action? give me that key to an apartment. I got this girl. I'm married. You know, like let me go there and bring this girl and show her a nice time. Mm-hmm. So the guy does it. He's like, all right, yeah, here you go. What the fuck? I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's okay.
Hey, where's the rest? Okay.
Everything just went black on the screen, and I was like, but why? Why is it saying music? Okay. Okay, so he gets the lets the dude use his apartment, the CEO, whatever his name is,
right,
to basically fuck this girl, right? And while he's doing it, he's like, I got promoted. You know, I'm gonna go ask that elevator girl out because she's really hot. Mm-hmm. He's gonna ask her to go to the opera with him the musical, The Quiet Man musical. I remember that because I watched that movie, but that's beside the point.
Going to the opera.
So, the guy invites her. She's like, yeah, but I got a date at like 6, so I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there at 8:30. So she goes to this date, and you know who's the date?
Who?
The fucking CEO. Okay, now this is where it's funny, because we were like, oh, fuck. Okay. She ends up dipping out on the date.
She dipped?
Yeah, she just stayed at the guy's apartment and then left, you know, the fucked up thing. He doesn't realize that yet. Then he brings a mirror to the boss. That's like, hey, so that girl you brought over last night left this mirror on my couch.
Mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
He's like, yeah, I'll get to her. Don't worry about it. And then later in the film, he's like drinking and he brings the elevator girl. He's like, yeah, it's a party. It's Christmas Eve. You come party with us in the office. And he's like, does this happen? Look weird. He bought a fedora or something. And she's like, here's a mirror. Look. And he's like,
bought a fedora.
He realizes that's the mirror. And he's like, well, fuck.
No.
Now, it's a really cute romance film. I won't spoil anything else. It's just a really cute romance film with this guy who realizes that his boss is fucking the girl that he wants to fuck.
That's fucked up.
It's not anything sexual, but it's really funny. I really enjoyed it. It's really good. I gave it 4.5 stars.
Oh, smooth.
Like, it was really good. It was a solid film. And then the next day, we watched Ben-Hur. Mm-hmm. Really fucking long.
Okay.
3.5 hours.
Any good?
Doesn't need to be that long. It's alright. It's average. I mean, it feels like it doesn't need to be that long, and then, like, it delves into Christianity, even though it doesn't need to delve into religious aspects of shit, because it doesn't have anything to do with religious for the most part.
Okay. Because
Ben-Hur is a guy who basically drops a slat off his roof onto the mayor and gets, like, arrested, but it's an accident. Like, the tile just slips when he puts his hand on it. Mm-hmm. Gets put in, like, slavery, gets released from slavery to be a chariot driver, finds out his mom and sister have died, and then he goes and runs a chariot race to kill the dude that imprisoned him and his family. And then Jesus.
And then Jesus.
He shows up early in the film. You can see the back of him, and I was like, okay,
wait,
whatever.
Jesus is in the film?
Yeah.
Like a physical person thing of Jesus is in the film. But why?
Because the movie takes place during during the time frame of his crucifixion.
Ew.
So the ending of the film is him being crucified. And I was like, why does this... Why did you need to bring Jesus into this? It has no reason to have Jesus into this.
Yeah, I don't know
about that. It was a solid film up until that, and I was like, all right, whatever. You're trying to shoehorn religion. It's the 50s. Who cares? Fuck it.
All right.
And that movie, it was just average. I wasn't impressed. I was like, it's all right.
Yeah, I probably...
It's so fucking long.
I'll skip that.
And then we, I think we only watched 3, actually. I can't remember.
So Apartment,
No, we watched one about a pedophile.
What? Yeah, we watched the one about Jesus, we watched the one about the romance, and then pedophile.
Okay, well, so I'm not saying it's about a pedophile. It's not supposed to be about pedophilia, but, like, it is fucking about pedophilia. I gave this movie 0.5 star.
Choke me with that dead cat next to the bed.
No. It's a movie called Gigi. And it's a musical. The first fucking song in this movie is talking about how beautiful little girls are. And how they blossom into womanhood by an old man. An old man sings this song.
GG.
And then, also, everyone's supposed to be French, but, like, they're all fucking Americans. They're all Americans. Like, I think there's a couple British people, but they're fucking all white. Well, I mean, French people are white, but they're all fucking English people, and they're just talking. They're like, yeah, how dare they make us learn English when they can't speak French? I'm like, you guys are fucking speaking English right now. Like, you fucking hypocrites. Like, shut the fuck up. Okay, so anyway.
And when you bring the champagne,
it's a romance.
You put the ring in it.
It's a romance. We had to look up some things. The guy in the book that this movie is based on is 33 years old. You want to take a guess at how old Gigi is supposed to be?
17.
15.
Oh, so close.
15 years old, and he takes her. First off, he like gets drunk with her.
Why didn't they hire Tom Holland for this movie?
Because he wasn't born.
I know. I was just making a joke.
Okay, and here's another shitty thing: is he takes her, and he was like, sings a whole fucking song about how immature and childish she is, and I was like, well, she's a fucking child, so that fucking makes sense, doesn't it?
You're a fucking child? Yeah, I'm a fucking child about it. You're a fucking child. Yeah, I'm a fucking child.
The end of the movie
You're
is
fucking
like,
immature.
it's like they get together and it's supposed to be like, oh, happy, and it was like, this is a movie straight up like the most cringiest fucking pedophile sounding bullshit I've ever seen in a Best Picture winner.
No thanks.
Yeah,
No,
I gave it half star because I was like, first of all, we were laughing through the whole thing because like the things they were saying, I was like, bruh, they could not get away with this shit today.
That's like a lot of movies, though.
I was like, this one Best Picture?
Try Blazing Saddles.
No, see, Blazing Saddles is okay. This one's...
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, you couldn't get away with
that. You couldn't make
shit.
that movie today, no.
No.
And then, so that was a half star. I hated it. The movie was boring. It was boring. It was pedophile. I don't think it's supposed to be, but that's what I took away from it in a modern context. But, like, I don't like it.
That's another thing. It's weird. And I always mention about movies. Just, like, it's hard to watch movies that are older now and give it the same. You're really good at this, and I'm not.
I couldn't do it with Gigi. I was like, the minute I looked, I was like, how old is Gigi supposed to be? And then it was like 15. I was like, the fuck? How old is he supposed to be? 33. I was like, the fuck?
Because you look at things like it's like you mentioned to me. You look at things like it's in a time capsule.
Yeah, like I look at old films as if like if I was there watching that in that time, how would I view it?
Right.
I don't think I would have liked Gigi if I watched it in that time.
I just know that like I don't know why I'm bad at that, but I'm just bad at trying to view movies as if I was then. For the most part, I just watch a movie. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not. And I've seen this before. Yeah, it was the first one to do it. I don't care. I've seen it before.
Okay, so I did watch another movie. This is the last one.
Right.
I loved this movie, which is surprising because it's a musical.
What movie is it?
West Side Story.
I want to see this because I want to watch the new one, or I want to see this before I watch the new one.
So, this movie's solid. There's a little bit of bad things. Okay, so first off, there's supposed to be this Filipino gang called the Sharks. Filipino gang called the Sharks. Not Filipino, that's women. This is men. Filipino gang called the Sharks. And then another gang of white men, boys.
Ew!
Called the Jets. And they're gang, like having gang war, basically.
Ew!
First off, the first 10 minutes is literally just them going... snapping around the fucking block. And I was like, alright, whatever. Like, fuck it. It's a musical. Who cares? I think that's when Skylar checked out. Because he and Jada made fun of this movie.
Around to watch Cats, but not.
No, he stayed. He stayed. He just did not take it seriously. Jada checked out too. She was making fun of it the whole time. I really liked it. The only problem I had was the Filipino people were white.
What? Hold up. Hold the phone. You saying that they've casted white people to play Filipino roles?
Yep.
Ooh, that's bad.
Nowadays, yes, but I guess it was socially acceptable in 1961.
Well, yes, but that's bad.
But yeah, so that's the one thing I really had to take away from it. I won't spoil anything that happens because it is a really good film. I really liked it. Some of the songs are really good. They're catchy. I'm really excited to see the Steven Spielberg remake though because like they aren't whitewashing the Filipino gang.
Good. Well, fucking good.
And I'm interested. I'm interested in that because it just sounds like I really like this, so I'm interested to see what the actual like remake is.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see that.
I was really mad though because Jada and Skylar were making fun of it and making fun of people because there was like one scene where like the main character Tony was like yelling Chino, and they were like Chino. I was like, shut the fuck up! I'm trying to enjoy the movie. Like I'm enjoying this. Like why?
Same.
Like fuck off. Like it's really good, and they're like it's stupid. I was like, no, it's a good love story. I like it. I don't know. Like I just I'm enjoying this. I don't have a reason for it. I just like it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I definitely should watch this before.
And we were gonna watch Lawrence of Arabia, but I kind of got mad because they were making fun of it. So I was like, get the fuck out.
Bye.
I'm going to bed.
Lawrence of Arabia is a long movie too, isn't it?
3 hours.
Yeah,
but it was only like 8. So we could have watched it. But I was like, get the fuck out. I'm done. I'm going to bed. I'm done. You guys are mean.
That's hilarious. I would have sat there and be like, okay, yeah, whatever.
It was just like making me mad because the whole reason they didn't like it is because it was a musical, and I was like, musicals are good. I don't know what the problem is.
I give musical shit, but the fact is that they can be good. It just depends on how you follow through. I will give you some
of the fucking songs in musicals suck, but the stories sometimes are so good.
Yeah, Disney does it really well with animated stuff. Like
I don't remember really half their shit except for movies I liked.
Well, have you seen Frozen? Or well, no, but I'm saying like the Disney movies where all of them are like they're just all the music that comes from it. It's like those are technically musicals.
Yeah,
right.
Disney basically did all musicals in the 40s to the 19 now.
So I mean, like, but you don't even notice it because it feels so natural in those ones. But you can do more animated than you can do with live action. So it's meh. With that down, let's move on to our weekly movie watches. So we watched a few movies in theater, and we were gonna talk about those today. I'm not gonna do any spoilers for these, just because I want to talk about these. If you haven't seen them yet, and kind of get you out to the theater, because those are it's fun. It's fun going to the theater. News of the World, Tom Hanks film. What do you think?
I gave this a higher rating than you. I really liked it.
What I gave it? 3.5.
Yeah, you gave it 3.5. I gave it 4. Not much, which I mean by half a star is more like personal preference than anything else.
Yeah.
But no, I really thought this was a solid film. Tom Hanks definitely stole the whole movie for me.
No, this film would be crap without Tom Hanks. I'm saying that right now.
100%. The kid actress, I was like, whatever. She's
whatever.
there. She's there.
Yeah, she wasn't bad.
Okay, but there was like a lot of scenes that I was like, this is really solid, and I liked the pacing of it.
Yeah.
Like shootout scene. Won't mention what's happening in that, but the shootout scene is fucking so goddamn tense and so good.
It is actually, yeah. But again, it's capped off, and it's really because of Tom Hanks, his acting. I swear, the whole film from beginning to end, it's like the most boring story you ever listened to.
Yeah, you're like, this is literally just just people in a wagon traveling from one place to another. But he carries this film so good.
Exactly, this whole film is just him. And without it, it would just be very mundane.
It would. If they cast anybody else other than Tom Hanks, I don't think this movie would have worked as well as it did.
Exactly.
Except for maybe Jamie Foxx. I think Jamie Foxx could have done it. The time period wouldn't have fit, but I think he could have done it.
No, yeah, you're right. It just takes the actor.
He has that I'm thinking of Django, where he.
I've never seen that.
Okay, well he plays Django in that movie, Django Unchained.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, I know that.
Okay, so I'm thinking of him as that kind of performance being in this. I think he would have done pretty good. But no, I think they cast Tom Hanks right. I think he was definitely the choice to do.
It also felt I also want to mention this. It felt a little bit racist almost.
I mean, just that's the way. Time period.
No,
that's why I think Jamie Foxx would do so good.
I get that. I just mean with the kid being German Indian.
I mean that's how it is though.
And then also no, well, not that specific part of it, but then also it just seemed like he was I don't know. It just felt a little weird off to me on that part.
Nice guess. I mean, I was really into it. I really liked it. I left it smiling, and I was like, yeah, that's a fun fucking watch. I'm so happy I watched that.
Oh yeah, my review was can Tom Hanks be my daddy?
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was so solid. I was really impressed with the movie, especially because everyone online was giving it such praise. People were saying they wanted to be nominated for Best Picture.
No,
I think it could be considering the movies that came out last year.
Oh, you said nominated. Okay, sure.
It's not gonna win, but I think it can be nominated. At least Tom Hanks might be nominated for Best Actor.
I'll have to. Okay, that's fair. I'd have to take another look at the movies once we get closer to really get a solid thing. But I'm not sure.
March.
Oh yeah, we're close.
March is when they get announced.
Sweet, yeah. I mean, I'll be excited to go
to the Oscars are. I'm so fucking excited.
I'm so excited too. So we watched News of the World, which was good, and then this one was even better.
This one was amazing. I thought it was way better than I thought.
Promising Young Woman.
Holy fuck.
Promising Young Woman. Okay, so this film, it's in the trailers. It shows you a thriller with a lady that's going to, I don't know, she's going to these people's houses and pretending she's drunk, and that's really all, and she's not drunk, in these guys' houses that take her home pretending to be nice guys.
Yeah, I was thinking it was gonna be a revenge movie, she's killing people, she's a slasher.
I thought so too. It was so much better.
I will say I forgot about this trailer before we watched it.
Right.
So then I was sitting there, I was thinking it was gonna be some chick flick. I was like, fuck, all right, Mytchel, I guess we'll go watch Promising Young Woman. That sounds so fucking entertaining. Whoa. And then we were in there, and it started off, and it showed her slumped over on the couch, and I was like, oh fuck, I remember this.
Yep.
I remember this trailer. Oh shit.
Yeah, it went exactly. You went from okay, oh shit, in 2 seconds.
I was like, oh, I've seen this trailer. Oh.
I told him you've seen it, but I don't remember it. No, I didn't.
And it was oh shit, I know what's happening. Oh. And can I just say, not spoiling anything about that, but the fucking ending is so fucking good.
Balls. The balls, not even balls, but just the intestinal fortitude of the directors, the writers, the cast, everything for that ending. I would just say, you might not like the ending. I'll just tell you that.
I will say that I was a little jarred. I was like, is it doing what I think it's about to do?
However, I feel this is one that I feel out of all the movies this year, I would recommend watching this one probably.
Oh, this one is the best new movie I've seen this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only 20 days, but
just because of the.
By the way, that actress, she did so
she
good.
Did.
I don't even know who she is, but she did so good.
Exactly.
Christopher Mintz-Plasse is in it, and I thought he looked ugly.
Bo Burnham.
Oh, holy shit, dude! The acting on that motherfucker.
Yeah, I was like, I don't
Who
know
would
who he
have thought
was
a stand-up comedian could fucking act like that?
Mhm.
Holy shit!
He's
I mean,
solid.
okay, well, you got Kevin Smith and all that, but like
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Smith
All the
does
Kevins.
comedian too. No,
Oh, true. No, it was like Kevin Smith, Kevin Hart, Kevin Spacey, Kevin James.
everyone with Kevin is just famous. I was
Kevin
named
Feige.
wrong.
We're gonna rename ourselves Kevin now.
But
The
no,
Kevin
like,
and Kevin show.
like I okay. So let me do some did you know who Bill Burnham was before this? Okay, I did. I have reasons. My oldest sister, when I was like, fuck, how old was I? 9, 8, young. I was young. She had bought Bo Burnham's first album because he does musical shit.
Okay.
Like he's stand up but with music kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay, so I shouldn't have been listening to these songs. I'll listen. I'll make you listen to one after the show.
Okay.
Because he's funny, a little crude, but he's funny. And then when I saw him in this movie, I was like, who would have thought he could fucking act too?
He's solid.
Did you know he directed a movie though?
What movie?
It's called 8th Grade, and it's about a girl in 8th grade. But it actually got really good ratings.
Well, okay. I mean, it'd be interesting.
I don't own that movie, but I know he did it, and I want to watch it because apparently, like, he was trying to get people to use Facebook for bullying because it's they girl in 8th grade. That's what people do. And the girls on set were all like, "Yo, man, we use Snapchat."
You're not with the times, bro. You're not with the times, bro.
Because he was like, "Yeah, this scene, your character's gonna go bully these people on Facebook," and they're like, "We don't use Facebook for bullying," and they're like,
What did he change it though?
Yeah, he put
Okay,
Snapchat in.
good.
Like he listened to the 8th grade actors
Well,
because
good.
he was like, "Well, shit, yeah, you probably know this better than I do." Like, yeah.
That's beautiful. I like that actually.
But yeah, no, he's like, I didn't know he could act. Like, holy fuck, dude. Like, I'm not saying he's the best actor. He's not going in for any awards. He's not going in for like history is for this performance. But he wasn't bad.
Right.
He did a solid male love interest performance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was pleasantly surprised.
Respect.
The whole
exactly.
movie, I was like, holy shit. And just for people, like, if you're on the fence about watching this movie, I give it 4.5 stars. Mitchell gave it, I give it 4. You gave it 4.5. Yes, you did. You did. I know.
Sure, I forgot. But
You
yeah.
gave it higher than I did because I was like 4, and you were like, that ending, 4.5. And I was like, all right, yeah, respect.
You know, I'll tell you that this is what. Okay, actually, no, I'm not gonna. Well, yeah, I'll say this. During the movie, it was probably a good 3.5 star film.
Until the ending.
There's a certain point.
There's a twist.
The twist. Exactly.
Dude, my mouth was on the floor. As soon as that twist
The
happened,
twist
I was
happened?
like, oh, fuck.
I was genuinely shocked, and it immediately went back down to a half star. It went down to a half star just like that, and then somehow they pulled the rabbit out of their hat and just turned it around in a way that I was not expecting, and boosted it back up to 4.5. Like,
oh yeah,
that does not happen in movies for me.
No, dude, that movie is solid. I was surprised. I was seeing all the praise it got on Letterboxd, and I was like, but why?
It's a wonderful film, so I would definitely go check that
also,
out.
Doc Ock's in it, so I mean, there you can watch
Oh
it.
yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
You're like Ray Molino, or what is that his name? Ray Molino.
Molina.
Ray
Something Molina.
something like that. You know, Doc Ock for Spider-Man 2, the guy who's going to be in the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. We saw him, and Mitchell was like, Doc Ock!
Alfred Molina.
Alfred Molina? I knew it was Molina. At least we had his last name. Who gives a shit about the first name? First names are easy.
My brain
It's
just...
like a Chris, Kevin, or something. Fuck it. We got the last name. We just solid.
Alfred, bring me the Molina.
But no, yeah,
The Bat Molina.
That was solid. That was a solid movie. I was really impressed.
Speaking of solid movies...
I haven't seen this one yet, so here we go.
Oh, right. Yeah,
no, it's all right. It's all right. I'm good. I've accepted spoilers for this. It's my fault. I had plenty of time. I'm on vacation. I should have watched it. Like, I accept full responsibility for what's about to happen. I'm good.
He's like, you're hyping yourself up because you're just like, One Night in Miami. That's what we watched. I watched One Night in Miami. This released on Amazon Prime on last Thursday, and also in theaters for like a week.
Yeah, I was supposed to see it in theaters. This is why I didn't watch it. I was supposed to see it in theaters on Saturday, and then my wife, she works overnight, so I was like, go to sleep. It's all right. We'll watch it on Amazon Prime, and we just haven't gotten around to it because I've been busy watching other movies.
I'm just gonna mention this. It's a powerful film, very thought-provoking. Very it takes place in just basically one setting, kind of like what Ma Rainey's Black Bottom did for the most part. And I gave it 4.5 stars out of 5.
Solid. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of what I thought, because a lot of people were giving it 4 to 4.5. I had one person give it a 3, but she gives a lot of good movies 3 stars, so I think she just sucks at rating movies.
She sucks at no, she just see, and that's one of the things about movie ratings, and not to get on too much of a tangent about movie ratings, but like it doesn't mean anything, like from person to person sometimes, because you're like, what is your 4 look like to somebody else's 4, or because like maybe you give movies like 5s. Not you're not saying you specifically do this, but I'm just saying maybe you give movies 5 all the times because
Blade.
Because let's just you give 5s more often than some other person. Well, why do you give 5s more often than this person does? What exactly, and it's more subjective. However,
I feel like if you're more okay, so this is just me. I have maybe 1,800 movies logged on Letterboxd,
right,
all rated. I have 40 5-star reviews because I feel like if a movie gets a 5-star review, it has to be a movie that I like either A, made me cry.
Sure.
And I'm not saying it's gonna be 5 stars if you made me cry, but you're pretty fucking close to like a high rating if you make me cry, because like it's very rare. Pixar does it a lot. That's why there's a lot of Pixar 5-star ratings. So I don't know if that means shit, but like if you got Pixar, I probably have like 20. But if it makes me cry, I'm like, all right, yeah, solid film, 4, 5, because I'm emotionally invested, right? Like you managed to get me emotionally into these characters.
Yeah,
like, you did a solid fucking job. Or if it's just a mind fuck movie like The Fly, would I cry? No. But was I impressed? Yeah.
See, my things, and I give 5s very sparingly. Very sparingly.
Yeah, you do, you 9 motherfucker. Actually, I can check. I'll see. I think it's like 13.
I think I even gave one that doesn't even deserve it, to be honest with you. But
I gave her 5 stars in the first 10 minutes of us watching it, and I have not changed it just because I'm like, I said I'd do it.
I think that's hilarious.
I think I would give it 3.5 probably, but god damn it, the fucking killed me with a dead cat. 5-star movie.
Yeah, something like those where it's like a joke or whatever. But for me, 5 stars is something that doesn't that actually touches me in a way that I like in other films just don't reach that point. And usually those films are like a 4.5 for me, and then I'll watch them again, then it bumps up to a 5.
Whiplash.
Yeah, exactly like Whiplash. It also mentioned a lot of the times
23.
I have 23 5-star movies.
23.
They're probably all the 23.
You have 12 4.5. You have 23 5s.
Wow, I feel like I'm like curious now because I feel like I just should put my foot in my mouth.
Oh, that's so funny.
Let's see.
We're just over here like, what is Mitchell's ratings on Letterboxd?
Stats.
Spider-Verse, Infinity War, Whiplash, Endgame, Little Women. That's a solid film. I think I give that 4.5. Civil War, Toy Story, solid. Incredibles, me too.
Oh, did I just give 2020? Oh, I think it's just the films that I haven't watched recently, but I just gave.
A lot of them seem to be films that you just like remember fondly from your childhood.
Well, I know Incredibles. That's 5 stars. Don't get me wrong on that.
All 3 Rush Hours.
Let's see, short by.
Oh well, I mean, Cat with Hands doesn't count, so you only have 22.
Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. 5 stars. Okay, cat. Oh, right. The cat with the hands I don't count.
Yeah, that doesn't count. That's a 4-minute video.
What's the bathroom walls? I think I was swept up. That was the first time we went back to in theaters for a while, so I think I got swept up.
We swept up and we were both depressed, and we both were like sitting there like, this is not the right movie to watch.
It was not. Spider-Man. Oh well, yeah, all the Spider-Man films.
Spider-Man's just solid. We love Spider-Man.
Where the fuck's Spider-Man 2? And Spider-Man 1. Anyways, that should be on there. Mulan, of course, that's always on there. A Bug's Life, yes. Grinch, Still Christmas.
Let's be clear, not last year's Mulan.
Oh no, fuck that. No, that's like half star, honestly. Kick-Ass, yeah. Remember the Titans, Hacksaw. Yeah, just that's all my favorite movies. Like,
yeah, I give a lot of my 5 stars, but I've also seen a lot more. So
yeah.
Also, I'm really rough because I feel like a lot of my 5 stars are probably going to be like silent films.
Also, I saw Men in Black on there, and I think I gave Men in Black 5 stars when I originally watched it, but then like
we rewatched
it.
Yeah. No, I think a lot of my 5 stars are probably older films because I'm like, this movie was made in 1927. Well, of course it's gonna be 5 stars. It's a fucking silent film. Like
exactly.
But that's another here or there.
But
One Night Miami was good though.
One Night in Miami was good. I'm looking forward to you watching that, and we can talk about it.
We'll try to watch it tomorrow.
And did you want to talk about Criterion Critique?
Criterion Critique episode number 1 is out. It's not my favorite thing. I'm very sad about it, but it's out. I published it. I did something.
So what is Criterion Critique?
Criterion Critique is the show where I go through at least once a week, or try to do it once a week. Sometimes, like right now, I'm kind of behind, but I'm tired. So, but Criterion Critique is the show where I go through every new Criterion Collection release and tell you if I think it was good and my thoughts on it.
Sweet.
I have episode 1, which is the Louis Buñuel box set, and it's there. It's 4 minutes long. It's there.
It's there.
Second one, Minding the Gap. I haven't filmed yet because I've been lazy. Not
But you're
even gonna front.
But you're excited about that, though.
I love it. I gave it 5 stars.
Sweet. So
I love Minding the Gap. Next week's episode is supposed to be Rolling Thunder review. My copy got damaged in mail, so I don't have that. It won't be here till Friday. Well, today. So it'll be here today.
Yay, today.
I was like, last time I checked, it was Friday. And now I'm sad because it was supposed to be here Tuesday, but it came in all fucking squished and bent and fucked up, and I was really sad.
That is a little messed up.
Actually, I think I cried. I'm not even gonna lie. Because I was already upset.
I'm just laughing because that was your breaking point. Just your shit's like, fuck. You're like, God, fuck.
Okay, so here's exactly what happened. I came home, the package was in front of the door. I was like, yeah, Criterion Collection's new release. I'm so hyped. And I picked it up and I opened it. I was like, yeah, it looks so beautiful. I love this. It's in a digipack. It looks beautiful again. And I looked at the corners and they're all fucked up. The pack that slips out of the slipcover is bent. And I was like,
ugh.
I was like, looking at my wife and I was like, they fucked up my thing. Which I will say, this is the second time in 3 weeks that Amazon has fucked my shit up with Criterion, and I'm so fucking mad.
Damn you, Jeff Bezos. Get your shit together.
The Louis Buñuel box set showed up without a box. It's just this packing sticker stuck on top of the
They just slapped a sticker on it.
Minding the Gap came in perfect. Like, I was like, all right, cool. And then this one came in damaged. I was like, come on, fucking
Not
man. Like,
again.
I just want my movies. That's all
Yeah,
I want.
man.
I just want my movies.
Exactly. I feel that way too.
It makes me really sad. Oh, yeah. And then I ordered Christ Stopped at Eboli, which is a movie that came out last year in the collection.
Yeah.
They just lost it.
What? They lost it?
Yeah, that's what it says on the app. It just says package lost.
Oh,
get a replacement. And I was like, all right.
What? How does that even work?
I don't know. But
Where'd it go?
It's supposed to be here like 3 days ago, but it's not.
Like, yeah, I don't know. We
like,
lost it, dude. I don't know.
It was supposed to show up with a bunch of my other releases that came in, and I was like, oh, yeah, let me go. And it was like, not there. And I was like, the fuck? All right, cool, whatever. And it was like, it would be up in the next 2 days. I was like, all right, benefit of the doubt, right? Like, fuck it. No, it just says package lost. And I'm like, how the fuck do you lose a package? Like, who the fuck wants that?
I don't know, man. That's weird.
I don't even know what it's about. Like, I don't. Like, why do you want this? What is so great? You have to open it to find out what's in it.
No.
Like,
right? Yeah, that's weird.
and then I'm like, all right, cool. So I have a replacement coming, and it makes that was part of the tipping point. And then I came in the next day, and like my fucking Rolling Thunder review was damaged, and I was like, come on, Amazon, fuck.
Yeah, I feel that.
You have one fucking job to drop off my shit. Like,
one fucking job.
I will say though, I found out the Rolling Thunder review is a Netflix film. So I totally can watch it, but I'm just being like, it's not the Criterion release, so it doesn't fucking count.
Exactly.
Criterion can do something else. I don't know what's on that. I don't know what's there. I mean, I still have the copy that came in, but I had to return it. But I'm like, I don't know
Just
what the
watch
fuck came
it
into this release. Like, I just want to watch the fucking movie, but I don't want to watch it on Netflix. I want to watch the Criterion release.
Yes,
that's why I buy them.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Why would I buy fucking Marriage Story and The Irishman if I could just watch it? Like, I know I can watch it for free. I want the fucking Criterion.
I want my quality piece of art. That's what I want.
Pay over $30 a goddamn release. I want my shit.
I agree. You definitely should.
Sorry, little rant. I'm really pissed off about this.
Yeah,
it's like,
fuck Amazon.
Ever since January hit, all my fucking releases from Criterion have been fucked up except for Minding the Gap, and I'm just like,
but why?
Fucking hard.
Exactly.
It's like a 10
It's not hard.
Random. Sorry.
No, it shouldn't be that hard. I mean, they should just be able. How hard is it just to put in a thing and ship it? That's not that hard.
How do you break a fucking digipack, dude? That's cardboard.
My question: how do you lose?
How do you lose a whole fucking release?
Oops, and it's just gone.
And then like, there's nothing. It's just like, yeah, if it shows up, whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean if it shows up? Like,
whatever.
It's delivered by Amazon. What the fuck?
Yeah, usually they're pretty good about that.
Fuck up your own delivery. Like if it's through USPS, I get it. Like postal service sometimes slow, a little fucked up. All right, cool. If it's through FedEx, like maybe, I'll give you the minute. Your own fucking service, like you're the ones that deliver this.
Yeah, they're bad.
Like why? I just want to watch the movie.
Jeff Bezos is making too much money up there, man.
He's like, fuck it, we don't care anymore.
Just send him a new one. I don't know.
If he gets another one, oh well. If I get another one, I'm not returning it. I'm gonna be like, well, no. This is mine. Like you guys fucking lost it.
You lost it into my hands. Well, with that down, let's move on to our Filmverse feature. Each week we pick a movie that the other person wants the other person to see, however that works, whoever gets that week. And Bryce so astutely chose the Kevin Smith film Clerks. And we also, to follow that up, we also watched Mallrats because fuck it.
They're short.
They're short, exactly. Yeah, no, honestly, great movie.
Why is it doing this? At least
Honestly,
I figured out how to fix it now.
That's true, you did. Honestly, great movies. I liked. That's interesting.
What?
Nothing. So I liked both of them. Mallrats was just a little hair better than Clerks. Actually, gave him the same score. I don't know if you noticed that, but I gave him the same score. But I just put Mallrats just a hair above it.
I will say that Clerks is impressive for different reasons.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know.
Clerks is like Leatherface or like in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, where if you know the behind the scenes stuff, it like elevates just the hair,
Just a tiny bit,
a little bit. You're like, all right, well, how old was Kevin Smith? 24. Like, 24-year-old man made movie on his own time, maxing out 4 credit cards. GG, you did fucking good, man. Like,
and not GG, not pedophilia.
No, we don't support pedophilia here. This is a family-friendly show.
GG. It's a fucking family friendly. Oh, wait, what? Sorry. Family-friendly Felix.
In 2019, Clerks was selected for preservation in the National Film Society.
Yay!
That's cool. I didn't know that.
So, fun story. From Mallrats, there's a quick scene where Michael Rooker shows his butt. And I went to Comic-Con one time, and we went up to meet Michael Rooker. And that's what my friend, she said to him. She's like, I like your butt in Mallrats. And he was like, thank you. I have a nice butt. I think he said something like that. I don't remember.
So, take a guess on how big Clerks' budget was.
Wait, do me a favor and look up how much the budget was for Invisible Woman. Or Invisible Man, sorry.
Oh, God. You asked me to do some work here.
I needed a reference so I can make an accurate guess.
I'm sure it's like $2 million.
That's what I thought, too. Invisible Man...
2020. 2020.
I
thought it came in 2019 because nothing came out last year.
Right. Yeah, nothing came out.
107 million. Box office.
And that was with a company, actually. So,
$5,000.
$5,000.
You gave him more credit than you think.
Really? That's solid, dude. He made that for less than $5,000?
No. $27,575.
I guess I'm being dumb.
How the fuck did Kevin Smith get 4 credit cards putting over $25,000?
Well,
at 24 years old?
Yeah, that's actually impressive on its own, right?
Okay, so let me go through this. The film was shot in black and white and roughly edited due to a very modest budget at $27,000. To acquire the funds for the film, Kevin Smith sold a large portion of his extensive comic book collection.
Oh, yeah.
Maxed out 8 to 10 credit cards, 8 to 10, with $2,000 limits.
Jesus.
Dipped into a portion of funds set aside for his college education and spent insurance money awarded for a car he lost in a flood. The film was shot in 21 days. Straight days, I should add. Straight. And he based the character Dante on himself.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was pretty clear.
And the store that he filmed in was the store he worked at when he was making the film.
That's why I said. That's why you told me that he worked there. I was like, oh, just himself.
You were like, why doesn't he open the shade? And I was like, oh yeah, because it's black and white, so he had to keep the shades closed. That way you wouldn't be able to tell it's nighttime when it's inside because he had to film at night.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so he was only allowed to film in the store at night while it was closed from 10:30 to 5:30. Hence the point of the shutters, which is actually what it says. Aha, I knew shit. Because Smith was working at Quick Stop during the day and shooting the film at night, he slept no more than 1 hour a day.
Wow.
By the end of the 21-day shoot, he was unable to stay awake.
Just unable to sleep?
Just unable to stay awake. He was just trying to sleep while some of the most climatic scenes were being shot.
Wow.
Because he was working, shooting, and only sleeping for an hour a day. Like, the dude has some fucking dedication for this shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, well, hold up. If you're going to spend that much money, you better have fucking dedication, dude.
I just give it fucking mad props for, like, this guy's a comic book nerd. Like, we all know Kevin Smith. Every single time a comic book movie comes out, they always ask him, like, hey, man, what'd you think? I mean, I'll be honest. Before I knew who Kevin Smith was, I was like, why the fuck are we asking him? What fucking credentials does this man have to be, like, asked this shit?
He's wearing a hockey jersey.
They're like, here's this, like, okay, he's lost a lot of weight since then, but, like, at the time, it was, like, 2013. He was, like, an overweight comic book nerd.
Yeah.
Wearing hockey jerseys, backwards hats, and I was like, what the fuck kind of shit does he have to make him, like, being able to be, like, the authority figure on comic book films? Like, Batman vs. Superman came out, they're like, Kevin Smith said this. I was like, who the fuck cares? but now it's like, the dude got some mad fucking props.
Yeah, no, I give him respect too, honestly.
I'll give him a little bit. He's a little cocky now.
Yeah, I mean,
he fucking made a movie at
I don't know, you
24 years
too.
old with his own money, like.
And then also went on to make other things, and.
Oh yeah. The famous Tusk movie, which is apparently not, it's supposed to be a horror movie, and everyone hates it because it's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
his daughter, like, how big of a comic book fan do you think he is?
I don't know.
His daughter is named Harley Quinn.
That's bad, dude. Okay,
Also, this is another thing. I'm just gonna bring this up. I love Kevin Smith's movies.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love it. I think it's because I respect the man because of what he's been able to do. And Clerks is hilarious. I love Clerks. The whole plot is fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah.
But I hate it when celebrities, like filmmakers and shit, put their children in their movies because I'm like. He also put his brother in the fucking movies.
See, the thing is like if they're not good actors, then it's like,
But yeah, you know, like some of them are good, but like Harley Quinn is not very good.
She's not.
No, she was in the Jay and Silent Bob reboot that came out 2 years ago, 2019.
Yeah,
came out 2019. I keep thinking it's 2020 still. I'm still in transitioning phase.
Same.
But yeah, she was a main character in that movie, and I think she's part of the reason I didn't like that movie as much. But okay, so let's discuss Clerks. Enough about Kevin Smith. He's a very impressive man, but let's discuss Clerks. The movie follows Dante and Randall in their adventures as they manage a quick stop convenience store and a video rental store, and get into hijinks and conversations about life.
Yeah, I mean that's like 90% of the movie.
They basically there's a ton of vignettes in the film where a customer comes in, something happens, I go to the next thing. Customer comes in, something happens, I go to the next thing. But there is so many good scenes in there with them like going into deep subjects. And one of the most iconic scenes, I think, in my opinion, Jay and Silent Bob go in, and Jay tells Dante, like, why are you trying to get with this girl,
bro,
when you have a girl that brings you dinner?
It was weird because before that he was just talking about fucking women and blah blah blah, like getting pussy. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he's just like, yo man,
smoking beer. She
brought you lasagna, bro. And he's like, what? He's like, she brought you lasagna. The old bitch do that.
No. Yeah, and then Kevin Smith usually, like Silent Bob usually gets one line in each movie he's in.
Yeah.
Even in their big movies, like Jay and Silent Bob, he doesn't talk. It's the reason he's called Silent Bob.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so he looks at him and he's like, you know, there's a million fine bitches in the world, but not every one of them is gonna bring you lasagna.
Right, exactly. Said, yeah, exactly.
Which is such a good meaning, but it's like, it's such a good message for this film, even though it's like it's a stoner flick. Like this is a hardcore stoner flick. Like. Not in the sense of like everything's about smoking weed, but this is like one of those films that people were getting high to and became a cult classic for that.
Oh, okay. I just like this film in general. I mean, it wasn't even just because of I didn't feel this stoner in this way that like I felt with Friday.
But this is one of those I'm like, I could watch this and I enjoy it every single time.
Exactly.
There's some stuff I forget about, like the Chewy gum salesman.
Oh yeah. It was funny. I fucking called that.
You were like, was he trying to push gum on people? And it's like, oh, you're a chewing gum salesman. You're like, I fucking knew it. And I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was funny.
But I mean, they touch on things like necrophilia, getting called to work on your days off, which I've done
every day. He's like, I'm not even supposed to be here.
Shut the fuck up, Dante.
Luckily, I don't have to worry about that anymore. But
and then it was a solid film. Now, of course, we had to watch Mallrats. I thought Mitchell would enjoy Mallrats more.
I said I did.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that's the reason why we were watching it. Is because I thought you would enjoy it. I was like, it's going to have a lot more comic book shit in it and a lot more nerd shit.
Oh, yeah. So... Stan Lee's cameo. It wasn't even a cameo. It was like an actual small part. And I teared up. I mean, I don't know if you saw me, but I teared up a little bit.
You were like, he's so cute.
Bro, I don't even know. Like, just seeing Stan Lee and just, like, in good health, like, in proper health and just seeing him, talking.
Black and, hair and shit. You're like,
talking
damn.
and acting, giving some advice. It was hit me in the feels.
But Mallrats follows the next day of the SVOSQ universe. So, like, if you remember, Clerks, they went to the funeral. You were busy with something at the time, but yeah, they went to a funeral for this girl. Mallrats opens up with the guy learning that he is the reason the girl died because he called her fat, and she went to the swimming pool and did 700 laps, then passed out by a brain boom or shit. Yeah, brain vessel popped in her head. She died.
I mean, but that's not his fault.
He called her fat.
On camera.
And then both guys get dumped by their girlfriends and go to the mall, as teenagers in the 90s did.
Because the one guy wanted to marry her and he was upset that he was helping her dad, and then the other guy was just a lazy fuck.
Yes, who doesn't deserve the girl he has?
He doesn't even deserve her at the end either. I don't
No,
think.
it's great.
But he got her anyways because that's the movie.
Jay and Silent Bob do more in this movie. They actually have more to do than just being outside being like, want to buy some drugs.
The whole movie revolves around Jay and Silent Bob.
It's great. Together. It's great. And just wait. I'm going to say this right now. My next picks are going to be the universe. I'm not even going to hide it. Like, we're just going to go through the VSQ universe on my picks, and we're just going to get through it slowly but surely because I like rewatching them, and I think the next one is going to be really good, but that's not my pick, so I don't get to say it yet.
That is okay. I'm excited about watching that too. So
Mallrats is a good film. It's funny. I like all the nerd shit in it. I really like the beginning. I was like, Spider-Man. Punisher. You're like,
Whammon. It's a whammon. And you're like, hey, look, X-Men. And I was like, whammon still.
This movie has a lot more big name people that are big name now, but not big name back then, such as
Ben Affleck.
Dude,
he said that was Ben Affleck, and I was like, no, it wasn't. He had to rewind it, and I looked very closely. It's so hard to see him and see him as Ben Affleck.
And then there's Michael Rooker, who I think was acting at this point, but he wasn't well known at this point.
Correct.
So like he's there. That's pretty cool.
Shiny head.
The main character, I forget his name, but he is the voice of Syndrome from The Incredibles, which I had to point out, and you were like, I don't see it.
I mean, it's hard to hear because it's not like he's saying Syndrome lines. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not like he's trying to be like Syndrome. I'm trying to do quote it, but I was like, I can't do it with the amount of seriousness.
Wow, I can't even think of any lines right now. What's the one with? Oh yeah, if we're all super, no one will be.
But yeah, I thought that was really cool looking it up. I don't know. I really enjoy the VSQ universe. I can't wait till I get to weird shit to show you, like Dogma.
Too late. 15 years too late. Sorry, I'm just excited to remember the line.
But yeah, Dogma is going to be a fun one for you to watch. I think that's going to be one of those weird ones. You're going to be like, well, why? But I'm excited to talk about it on the show about things on that movie.
Sweet.
Because I know shit about that movie that I think is funny because I was really into this universe. I still am. I'm excited because there's actually a sequel to this movie being made called Twilight of the Mallrats, which I'm really excited about because it's going to be following the main characters of this movie.
Right.
Ben Affleck wants a big role in it.
Oh, yeah, everybody's saying that.
Because he had a cameo in Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Right.
And he was like, yo, dude, if I don't get a big role, like, my kids are going to kill me.
My kids are going to kill me if I don't get a big role. Oh, my God, that's funny.
But, yeah, Ben Affleck, this was his first movie. Like, this is the movie that got him into acting. So, like, Kevin Smith made Ben Affleck an actor. Like, I mean, he probably would have been an actor anyway, but this is where he got to start. So, like...
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense. I would definitely...
Whatever.
His hair in that looks so sculpted.
Fake that fucking shit look?
It looks fake. Bro, it was weird.
90s.
But
there's also a sequel to Clerks being made called Clerks 3.
Oh, yeah, because there's a Clerks 2.
Yeah,
Does Clerks 2 follow the same actors?
It does. It follows Dante and...
Clerks 2 does?
Yeah.
And they're still there?
I mean, no.
Okay.
Something happens at the beginning. I won't spoil it. It could be Jay and Silent Bob's fault.
It could be. I love that. That's awesome. But and then Clerks 2, did you say Clerks 3 with the... Oh, Clerks 2, Rosario Dawson?
Yeah.
Ooh, I love it. Yeah.
And she'll probably be in Clerks 3 too because nothing really happens to her in Clerks 2 that makes her not able to be. In fact, something big happens to make her that she should be.
Very interesting. I was actually excited to see this.
Like the VSQ universe still going strong, still working.
Sweet.
And I'm just excited for Kevin Smith's shit. I do think at this point in his life is 2021. He has been playing He hasn't been playing Jay. He's been playing Silent Bob since 1994.
Damn, yeah, that's a long time.
He is getting so old to be doing the shit that Silent Bob is doing.
I mean, okay.
It works in 1994 because he fits that. But now, like when we get to Jay and Silent Bob reboot, the wrinkles and shit you see on him, you're like, bro, you are way too fucking old to be doing this. Like, Jay literally looks like a 6-year-old man. Like he is aged so bad.
I don't know. I think
he's still at being like Scooby.
I think it's kind of funny that they just keep the act going even though they're aging. Because it's like maybe it's timeless where they're at how they are.
Oh, yeah, I will say the Jay and Silent Bob reboot actually connects to Clerks. An age-old question gets answered.
Wow.
So that's way down the line. That's like 5 movies.
Yeah, quite a few movies down the line. We'll definitely get to
2.5 months for Bryce.
Wow. Or one night and we just binge all of them probably. So next time next week on a Filmverse feature and Into the Filmverse, I chose a movie that we're probably not going to be that excited about, but I just saw that you haven't watched it yet, and it was the first thing that I sort of wanted to watch, so we get to watch Warcraft.
I was getting hit on by a girl when this movie came out, and she was like, bragging about how great this movie was. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I haven't heard great things, but it was one that I skipped.
She was pretty hot, so like.
This is why how damn. But
I will say it was kind of weird though, because she was like 19 and I was like 17 at the time, and I was like, kind of weird.
Not how,
but like she was hot. Nothing happened, thank God. I probably would have been like jail, but I wouldn't have been. She probably would have been, but
GG. So yeah, this was one that I passed on when it came out in theaters, and I just haven't gotten around to watching it. So you haven't watched it yet, so
no, I bought it simply because it was like $5, and I was like, that hot girl said this was a pretty good movie.
This hot girl said this is good. I'm gonna buy it and never watch it until Mitch says it on the Into the Filmverse podcast, which I didn't even know I was making it.
It's okay. It's about time you have a bad movie. Watch this be like a fucking 4.5 star movie or something.
No, hell no. I can already tell you that's not going to be. But
I was like trying to give it the benefit of the doubt. I was like, it can't be as bad as Old Joy was. Old Joy was so bad we watched a whole other movie just to make up for the fact it was so bad.
That we did too, actually.
Which you can listen to in an old podcast on the episode.
You can. It should be in there somewhere.
Like episode 5 or something.
Yeah, exactly.
It's back there a while.
Well, thank you for joining us as we talked spoilers for MCU's WandaVision, discuss the most recent movie news and news of the world. Wow, movie releases, sorry. One Night in Miami and Promising Young Woman. And as we dive deep into the Filmverse to blab about Clerks and Mallrats. New episodes come out every Friday, so be sure to follow us and turn on notifications to get updates every time we post.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like...
No worries.
Remember to check out Criterion Critique. We'll be reviewing the latest releases from the Criterion Collection.
Yay. And if you want to keep up with activities
We're a mess right now.
I know. I forgot my water.
I'm like 4 hours of sleep. I'm like, my eyes hurt so much.
But we love you. If you want to keep up with activities outside the airwaves, you can stalk us on Instagram at Into the Filmverse podcast. Ooh, cheeky.
Yeah,
Bryce, where can people follow you and your wonderful online adventures?
You can follow me on Letterboxd at Payne Reviews. I have logged 93 things this year already.
Crazy.
And these two still have to be added, so almost at 100.
100 before the fucking first month. That's crazy. Wait, actually 12 times 100 is 1200. Jesus.
I'm doing good.
That is good.
You can follow me on Instagram at Payne Loves Cinema, and you can follow me on Twitter at Swing Green Films, which I haven't used because they banned Trump off Twitter.
That was the only thing you went on there just to see what stupid shit he was saying that day.
Really wanted him to be on Twitter right now because I'm so curious.
That was, I don't think it was one thing I was too. Is not that he's probably a good thing that he's banned, but I was like, I just want to see. I want to know what he would saying.
He would do. Like,
what is he gonna say?
He's like sitting there and it's like, oh my god, dude. Okay, so I'm sorry, this is off topic, but I saw this fucking skit and this like video, and he's like, Trump's sitting there, and he's like sitting there, so he's like, hey Pence, what are you doing with your phone right there? He's like, oh, I'm on Instagram. He's like, think I can borrow it? Like, no.
I fucking need it. I need it.
Hey, Obama, what are you doing over there? What are you doing in front? I'm on Pinterest. All right.
I can work with that.
Can I borrow that? No. Like, hey, Biden, can I borrow your phone? Here you go. And hands him like a dial phone. Like an old school like rotary phone.
Oh my god, he has a Biden. Yes, a rotary phone. That's beautiful.
He's like, yeah, here you go.
And he goes, God damn motherfucker. Wow. That's
so good.
And if you guys want to, you can stay connected with me, Mytchel Chandler, at Mytch Reviews, on Letterboxd, on Twitter, at Mytchel Chandler, and on Facebook and Instagram, at author Mytchel Chandler. And Mytchel is spelled with a Y, so it's M-Y-T-C-H. That's all for this week, our fellow cinephiles, and until next week,
Excelsior!